Hold on just a minute, the captain says. Explain that creature then, he says, pointing at Tori.
Just a ghost.
Yeah, that's my friend Tori, who's kind of ghost of treasure futures.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Treasure futures?
Yeah.
So you're a good spirit then. I don't know, he says. You're gonna have to roll a persuasion for that. For him to buy it, Sam. 15. Okay. So you just were able to convince the captain that she's a good spirit. It's a good spirit, not a bad luck spirit.
Yeah, she's been here since I've been here and just watching out for the best possible outcome for treasure in the future. So she's here to help me help you.
That's right.
So maybe we can get to the treasure before Black Powder does then.
Well, my thought is, why put more people at risk?
So, what are you saying? We should just leave?
Oh, no. We can't leave everybody else behind. Why not let them do what they came to do and find the treasure? And
then we can take it back.
Well, I don't know about taking it back, but part of the ghost of treasure's future is showing that the future of the treasure is best going to the right people in the right places.
Which would be us, right?
Well, I think there's definitely some treasure to go around to everybody who's in need, but I think of some of the challenges that everybody's had in their lives. What better way to make a better future for everybody than by sharing?
Sharing is caring.
You want us to share with the pirates? They tried to kill us. They did kill one of us. You're suggesting that we split the treasure with them? I thought you said that you were here because of me.
Well, here's my thoughts, Jim. I know, and Tori knows, and Frankie and Ronick and Star, they all know that. Well, we heard and know that Black Powder killed your dad, but I think I have a solution that would make Black Powder pay. What if we could take Black Powder to a place where he would be treated like an animal for the rest of his life?
I'm liking the sound of that, Jim says. It would definitely be justice.
Justice is what it's all about. Now, if we can get Black Powder to invest in you, I think there's a way we can take him to a place where he can be treated like an animal for the rest of his life.
Where would that be?
Well, that's all
Athenaeum.
of
What's it called?
the ghost of treasures past. Star would be able to do that.
I'm liking this idea. Okay. So what's our next move then?
Well, I say we just find a good port away from this cat creature and wait for them to get back with the treasure. Let them do the heavy lifting, and then when they get back, let me and the ghost of treasure future and the spirit of treasure past and the others talk to Black Powder into doing what's right. And then we can take him away to face what fate really has in store.
Okay. Jim seems to be thinking. The gears are turning. He turns over to the captain. What do you think, Captain? And the captain says, if I were being completely honest, I'm a bit over my head with all of this magics and spirits of treasure. They're here because of you, Jim, so for once I think I'll be taking your lead at the moment. Me, sir? The captain says, I'm getting a bit too old for this anyway, so for now we'll just go with what they're suggesting. I think that's a plan. And they're gonna go ahead and start to move the ship away from the Catkin at least.
I will pick up my flavor ball and hover over to Sam. I need you to hold on to this.
I'll hold on to it for you.
You're taking it? Okay. Back to the other crew. So, you all are coming back from the quicksand area when the scouts from your group are just returning Black Powder. And they pretty much are going to report that they found the volcano. It seems to still be active. They found a lot of, I think, petrified corpses there. It seems like we weren't the only ones who've gone here looking for treasure. They said that there appears to be some creatures that look like a cross between a chicken and a rhinoceros. They seem to be wandering around that island, and they're not sure if there is treasure there. They're not really sure where it could be. I guess you could look inside the volcano, but that would be kind of, in their opinion, kind of idiotic and stupid, which is probably how those people died. The petrified corpses died.
Don't look down the mouth of a fiery breathing dragon, basically. Alright.
Captain, if I may,
What?
Lonic is going to attempt to use his mini-map radar.
Okay. So you're gonna pull up a map, just a digitized map, sort of like in the menu screen of a video game, I'm assuming?
Basically.
Is that what you're implying?
Like a little map in the corner or a map screen, either or.
Yeah, a little map, digital map kind of appears right next to Lonic, and you're gonna see the Atoll of Whispers again in a very pixelated, digitized kind of way, which is a very bizarre way of looking at it. The mini-map seems to be pinging from where you all are. It seems to be pinging radar-like towards the northwestern direction. Northwestern direction, yeah.
Alright, so it does that for a few pings, then the ping disappears. Lonic kind of shakes his head, and a new ping appears,
It's very possible.
much closer.
It's possible both maps were fake. Because if that thing's pinging away from the volcano may be another trap. Rather avoid anyone getting burnt by lava. That's very bad. So I'm looking at the map.
Yeah, the old ping was indicating towards what Lonic was up to that point perceiving treasure was. Now it's pinging a lot closer, and he kind of walks towards it, and he's standing right in front of Star.
Me?
Basically, what I'm doing. Has anybody seen Dead Man's Chest, the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
A while ago. I don't remember most of
The
it.
compass
but
points
yeah.
to what the
There's a
person's
scene-
greatest desire is.
Yeah, Lonnick's definition of treasure has changed.
Oh.
There are two other pings way off in the distance. And Lonnick looks at the captain. I'd not like to ask permission to not return to the ship.
Alright. Just be careful on your way back.
I don't have Frankie's body, and I don't have all these curses, so it might be a bad idea to send me away now.
What does the rest of you lot think?
Nothing. Are you sure you can find your way back, Link?
I'm sure of everything.
My only hesitation is you do have Frankie's body, and it's probably the most physically fit out of everyone.
It could also be a bad idea to see what happens with this. He taps his head.
Actually, I think until we know exactly how to get our bodies back, it's probably best if you stay here. We don't want you accidentally swapping with somebody else or something that fits a radius kind of thing. Because if you swap and suddenly you don't have a body or a head, then two people might die. So, probably best if you stay close.
Aye.
Or
Aye, Cap.
just for now,
And he kind of nods his head.
till we can figure other things out. But I don't know exactly what the your treasure detector thing is telling us now. If your depiction of
Oh.
treasure differs.
The first ping wasn't treasure, and the second ping wasn't treasure.
At this point, what time of day is it?
I mean, it's almost noon.
Okay.
You just finished the morning, and yeah, it's almost noon. Not quite yet.
All right.
What's the weather like right now?
It's cloud. The problem is it's relatively foggy. Not as thick as if you were back at the ship, but it's relatively foggy / cloudy around here.
Captain, do you not remember where the first ping was?
I do. I remember everything.
That's unfortunate.
Alright, that's a big space. Is this all forest? Or like this area forest? That's water.
That's what I was that's what I was gonna confirm, is that
Yeah.
there's this outer rim of land, water, and then the inner island.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because an atoll is basically like a donut-shaped
Yeah.
island because it's got water inside of it. That is the atoll. Yes.
Okay.
An atoll is a coral reef that has collected sand and other various drift to form an island.
And then another small island here, it looks like.
Right.
Okay.
Which is why atolls are often very odd shapes.
So
They're
this is a lot of land to cover.
I don't recommend that we split up. I think we should stay together.
Says the people who are split.
I know, it's like we're already split.
I'm
Child, we're already split. No matter. We're just
And we left the boat roughly
The boat is the boat is roughly in this direction.
this direction. Okay.
Yeah, it's roughly.
Can we see the boat?
No, not from there.
So we're
'Cause
saying
that's why you hadn't seen the captain.
so we're saying we don't go to the main island inside, in the middle.
I feel like that was a death trap, just like the quicksand was a death
I
trap.
agree, especially with the new information.
So
I
we
feel
go
like-
northwest.
But
The ping came from southeast. We must head that direction.
I
I
think
thought you said it was not.
I'm
It's not-
sorry.
it's not-
I'm sorry.
It's alright, it's alright. Alright.
I'm trying so hard.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling with it. So no.
Alright. So what I want to do is rendezvous with the ship. Because I think we're gonna need Sam and our other friend.
Lonik just grins ear to ear.
And also that way we can grab some skiffs so we can cross that water. And we'll head for this point here to make camp for the night. Should be nighttime by the time we get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll start our wide search the next morning.
Go back to the main boat.
Go back to the ship to pick up Sam and our other friend. Because I do think Tori, especially, we're gonna need her help. And Sam, he's almost as smart as I am.
But if we...
And then we'll need the skiffs.
If we don't bring them to the island, then...
It's a risk we'll have to take. But if nothing
Tori...
else, we don't know what will happen, Nonik. Fact is, we've never known what's going to happen. But if nothing else, we need to at least go back to where we originally shored to grab the skiffs. If nothing else.
Captain.
Hey, Black Powder, I trust your judgment here.
Same.
Okay. So we head back.
All right, you're gonna start to head back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, while you're heading back, I forgot to ask, Tori, could you please roll a perception seeing? And actually, Sam, roll one too. You're gonna have to roll really well, but I want to see what you get. Tori, so remember when you were flying relatively close to the catkin?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna notice that around its neck was actually a collar-looking thing. And the collar-looking thing, with a 7 out of 12, it looks like it's an object that is a container. The collar-looking thing looks like it's a container that might possibly have something inside of it. FYI.
Sam,
Yeah.
there was something I noticed out there when I was distracting the cat. The collar had something attached to it, and it wasn't like a tag like with its name on it. It looked like it actually was holding something inside of it. Now I don't know what it is, if it's treasure, if it's something bad, but is it worth exploring?
I don't think it would be bad. Maybe it's something that'll help keep it at bay or keep it like from attacking us. If you can get it, I'd say get it.
Okay. Yeah, is that a possibility? Hard for me to fly over to where
It's asleep.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you can fly over to pretty
I will
easily.
Fly over to it and get a closer look at the container.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll go over to the container, and to help visualize things a bit, if you're on roll 20, this section over here. So what you end up seeing on the collar, just above the container, are these 3 bells, like how you would put a bell on a cat's collar. There's 3 different bells, and they're not different colors. I'm just saying red, green, and blue just so it's easier for us to talk about which bell we're talking about. But they're all in a row like that. And just above the bells is this carving that almost looks like a sideways S, like this. And that's all that you see of specific interest on the collar.
So just sorry, the S is like on top of the container, or
It's just above the bells. So I think
above the-
bell 1, bell 2, bell 3 all in a row.
Yeah.
And just above them, carved above the 3 bells is this S-wave looking thing. Sideways S-looking thing.
Okay. And the container is underneath those bells?
That is
the container?
Yes,
Okay.
that is the container. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can probably presume that the bells and the S thing have something to do with opening the container.
Oh, man. Okay. I am a little afraid to, well, Tori is curious, so that's the thing.
Just do it.
Just...
You're a ghost.
I will try to ring one of the bells.
Which
try
one?
The blue one.
The blue one? All right. You'll ring the bell, and it gives a little bit of a ding, ding, ding. And then the cat stirs a little bit, but doesn't wake up.
I guess I'll do the bell next to the... it goes red, green, blue in that order? Or...
Left to right is red, green, blue from left to right, yes. So the green one is the middle one.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
All right. You'll ring that bell. Roll me an IQ, please.
Oof.
Okay. So with a 14 over 12, you can tell that the bells do not sound exactly the same. They do make different tones. They have a different tone.
Okay.
But that's all I can say of with a 14 versus 12.
I might not have been right. Okay, here's what I'll try. I want to go back to ringing the blue bell first.
Sure. You'll ring it again. Clearly it's different from the green one. The sound of it is different.
Then I will try the red one.
Yep. And you'll do the red one. Again, the sound is different. From all 3 of them have a unique sound.
And nothing's changing with the S symbol.
Nothing changing with the S symbol.
Goodness. I'm gonna go back to Sam and tell him what I saw.
Okay.
There are 3 colored bells. They all have a different tone when I ring them. And there's a carved out S right above that. I think we have to maybe figure out the right combination of bells to change something.
Yeah, I think the way you describe the S, maybe you have to go highest pitch, lowest pitch. You know what I mean? Go by pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
follow that pattern.
Okay. I go back to the cat and I will try it in that order. So the highest pitch to the lowest pitch with the bells.
Well, that's the thing with the.
Oh,
with
I
the
couldn't tell.
You can't tell what the difference
man.
in pitch is. You know they're different, but with that IQ, you're not going to be able to. You can't. You're tone deaf. You're like, I don't know which one's higher, which one's lower.
Man.
You might have to pull in somebody else.
Yeah.
If there's a skip or if I can get close enough, I'll definitely help.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to swim over to the big catkin's face?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a swim. The water, fortunately, is currently calm since the catkin's asleep. So you don't have to. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and swim up to the catkin, and you can clearly see the bells. I'm gonna say you can easily reach over and ring one of the bells if you'd like.
So I'll start with the red, and I want to see if I can tell a difference in the tones of them.
Sure. I would like for you to roll me a stealth, please. But I'll give you a +2 bonus, because you're small compared to the cat. Stealth +2 bonus to not wake up or stir the cat.
Oh, thank God.
Nice. +2 bonus. You're okay. So I'll say that you're going to ring the red one. Okay, so you know what that you'll know what that pitch is. Are you gonna try another one?
Yeah, I'll try the green next.
The green one's pitch is lower than the red. The green's pitch is lower than the red.
And then I'll try the blue.
The blue pitch is higher than the red.
Okay. So I am going to, I don't know if it's right or not. I'm going to try red, blue. Ooh, man, that's tough. That's tough.
So green is lower than red and blue is higher than red. Just.
So I will tell Sam, do you notice a difference?
Yeah, it's definitely blue is the highest pitch, red is the medium, and green is the low. With the S, I don't know if we have to ring it multiple times or if it's one per. So I'm going to try first, I'm going to do blue, green, red.
You will try blue, then green, then red. Doesn't seem like anything happens.
See, I'm wondering if it's like 6 keys. Okay, so I'm going to try red, blue, red, green, red, blue.
So you're going to do red, blue, you said?
Yeah, red,
And
blue,
red, blue, red.
green,
Okay.
red, blue.
Okay. You try red, blue, red, green, red, blue. Nothing seems to happen. I would like for you to roll a stealth again to prevent the catkin from waking up. Okay. 12 versus 11. Again, with the +2 bonus, you're okay. But starting next time, you might not have as high of a bonus next time.
If you, Sam, maybe, I don't want this cat to wake up on you.
I mean, neither. If you've got an idea, the S, I'm thinking is the way the tones have to go, but I don't know if it's. I don't know if we do just blue and green and no red.
Worth a try. Do you want me to do that while you go back to the ship, just in case this cat wakes up?
Sure. Yeah, keep me safe.
Okay.
And I'll swim back to the ship.
Is he able to get like close enough to call out different ideas or different combinations?
You want him to yell out? Is that what you want him to do?
No. Wondering if that was a possibility, but yeah, it's a bad idea. Okay, so you said the blue green.
You want to do blue green and no red?
Yes.
Okay, you'll do blue green, no red. Nothing happens. Roll me a stealth, please, Tori. No bonus.
Okay.
Okay. You're okay. Okay, Sam, as you make your way back to the ship, and I'm assuming you can easily get to the ship, the crew is just hanging out and, trying to pass some time. You hear harmonica music being played.
Can I see who's playing that harmonica?
It's Jim.
Ooh. Okay, I'm definitely going to go to Jim and say, okay, Jim, here's a C puzzle that's just about music.
Music? I love music.
So I'm going to show him the S and draw it out with the different bells and colors and see if he can guess the tones for the pattern needed.
I mean, if you're looking at the S wave, the pitch is going from low to high, then from high to low, and then low to high again, right? I mean, because it's doing this. It's starting at low, it's going high, it's going down, and it's going high up high again. So I'm assuming that you just need to match that.
All right. So low to high, low to high.
Low to high, high to low, low to high. Low to high, high to low, low to high.
I'm going to, as gently as possible, but loudly enough for Tori to hear, call that out to her.
Okay.
You're gonna call that out to her. Okay. Roll a stealth if you're gonna call that out to her. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, you hear Sam say what exactly?
Low to high, high to low,
High to low,
low to high.
low to high. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just writing stuff down.
Okay.
Making sure I do this right. Okay.
Your self bonuses are gonna start getting penalties.
I know.
So
Okay, so green was the lowest, then red, then blue was the highest. Okay. So it would go green, red, blue, blue, red, green, green, red, blue.
you do green, red, blue, blue, red, green, and then green, red, blue. And as soon as you finish that combination, the S glows yellow. The S glows yellow, and then the collar pops open, and you see inside is a scroll case. Inside of it, a scroll case.
I take it.
You can take it, and the catkin rolls over. Roll me one more stealth.
Oh no.
One more stealth.
No.
As you're trying to take this thing with a -2 penalty.
The flashbacks. Oh, yes.
Success! You are able to successfully take the treasure without waking up the catkin. Good for you. I was not expecting you to do that. Good job. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can take it back to Sam now.
Yes, I will take it back to Sam and I will open the scroll case.
Yep. You will take it, and inside is this. That's what it has.
Sam, this might be the real treasure map.
Well, that means
I whisper that.
Everybody else is looking in the wrong spot.
They might be traps.
Or just busy. Busy for a while.
They catch your drift. Should we head in that direction?
Well, I think if we go to that side of the island, I still think we gotta have Black Powder find that treasure.
Okay.
And we definitely need to get away from this cat thing before it wakes up. So we'll head that way, and if we don't hear from them in a good way, then tomorrow morning we'll go and see if we can find them on the island and bring the map to them.
I like this plan. You hold on to the map since I can't really hold on to anything at the moment. Speaking of the flavor senshi, if Jim was able to pick up that flavor ball and use it, we all should keep an eye on our flavor balls. Because if it gets into the wrong hands, it could be bad.
Yeah, I agree.
So don't lose my ball, please.
Don't worry, I'll keep it safe and soon as you're back to able, I'll have it ready for you.
Right. When I'm able to. Yeah.
Mr. Sam, it looks like they're coming back, he says. And you see that Jim has the telescope and he's looking out into the ocean, and he says, he shows it to you, and looks like Black Powder, at least it looks like Black Powder, is coming back with some of the other members, but they look off.
Well, something doesn't look great. Does it look like they'll get to us in a good time to avoid the Catkin waking up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell Jim and everybody. We'll go ahead and wait here so they see the Catkin. But I would like everybody to follow the plan of letting the ghosts and spirits of treasure, past, present, and future, let Black Powder find the treasure before there's a big ruckus. Remember, we'll take care of it.
That pirate's just going to believe that we're just gonna let him take the treasure and we're just gonna hold back after you released us from our captive prisons?
Well, I think by not firing on them as they're coming back is going to show a good amount of willingness to capitulate command. Just let him believe what he wants.
He thinks we're just going to look past the fact that he was threatening to kill us?
Oh, no. I think if we say that we had to free all the prisoners to help with the Catkin or lose the ship, and that everybody recognizes this mutiny and let everything play out until he gets the treasure. Once he gets the treasure, then me and the others will complete what we're here to do, and at that point, relinquish everything to you. If not, I'll take care of Black Powder myself.
The captain says, well, since you seem to know what you're doing, and because I don't want to disturb any spirits of treasure, I'll just let you do most of the talking, he says to Sam.
Perfect. Just pretend like you're all just deft hands following Black Powder, and we should be just fine.
By this point, Black Powder, you will make it back to the ship, and once you get onto the deck, you are probably surprised that the prisoners are not in their prison. I also will let you all make a perception to see the sleeping Catkin. You just have to pass to see the sleeping Catkin because it's pretty hard to miss it. Especially because it's snoring relatively loudly. Many of you apparently are missing the Catkin. Okay. Star can see the Catkin, I think.
As soon as he gets onto the ship, Frankie's body is going to go charging towards Sam and wrap him up in a hug.
So, yeah, Sam, you see Lonix's head on Frankie's body approach you to hug you.
Looks like you're a hugger today, but not yourself.
Yeah, the eyelid's done some weird things.
This is not your head. It doesn't match.
No, it doesn't.
No. Question? What's that? Star points at the giant cat.
Giant cat.
Oh, that thing's again.
Yeah, well,
Again.
I dealt with it before I met up with you lot.
just a couple of us, so we needed some help. So,
And Jim has seen this cat creature before.
Hmm.
I'm guessing that something went horribly wrong.
Well, other than this weird fiasco with the heads, we're just pretty sure that the other two maps were both false leads. One of them was for sure. Lonik mentioned that he saw possible treasure up to the northwest, but he wanted to come and get you two before we went that way. Because then we'd be having to probably get to the other side of the island.
Well, we were getting ready to
Something
have
you'd
the
be
boat.
interested in definitely isn't there.
We were getting ready to have the boat moved when this thing came out of the fog. But with the other maps being dead ends, I think something Tori found is going to be a big help to you then. And I'll give Black Powder the map.
I was just gonna say, I just realized this is the first time the rest of my Powder's crew has seen Tori this entire time. So they just see a ghost girl.
Boo! I will pull out the scroll and show it to Black Powder. This was on the catkin.
That confirms my theory.
Did all of Black Powder's crew come back, or are they still on the beach?
I would have left some of them there, but I probably would have brought a few back as well. Because somebody needs to replace Sam and Tori watching the ship.
Okay. Then, yeah, your crew would definitely be reacting to this ghost in a very negative way. They seem to be very cautious of this creature amongst them.
I am the ghost of treasure future. I mean no harm.
Yeah, roll a persuasion -2 penalty.
Ooh. No, that's bad.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, no, they pretty much are going to tell Black Powder, Black Powder, it looks like the ship's been cursed. It's been haunted by a spirit, evil spirit, that claims to be a spirit of treasure.
Well, are any of you a priest?
No,
Then there's nothing we can do about it, so pull up your bootstraps.
they won't say anything else.
Alright.
Lonik looks down at his feet. He's looking for straps.
It's just a saying,
He's wearing
Lonik.
Frankie's feet, so there aren't any.
Alright. Well, we have a wee bit of a plan, basically. We're gonna head up towards this part of the island here with some skiffs, so we can make our way over come day. I don't want us to be out in the middle of water in the middle of the night. But I'd like you two also to come along. And I point to Sam and Tori.
Well, see, the thing is one, I think you going after the treasure is the most important part of this plan. And two, obviously I'm not going to let anything happen to the boat. I'm happy to stay on board the boat to make sure that we've got a boat to leave with.
No offense, Sam, but I think my own crew is actually a bit more inept at sailing than you are.
I won't deny that. I just don't know how much help I'll be in treasure hunting.
You're smart. You're good at solving problems, and there's usually a bit of those to do.
Jim pipes up and says, I'm coming too.
Why?
Because you wouldn't even have the map in the first place if it wasn't for me, he says, looking at you, with a huge bit of disdain. I'm the reason you have this map.
He has been a lot of help, Black Powder.
Yep, helped with the cat thing, helped open its collar. I'll go if Jim's going.
Yeah.
Alright, but your hands are going to be stayed bound the entire time.
No, they're not, he says.
Why do
He's not even flinching, he's looking right in your eyes, no,
Why do
they're
you
not.
want his hands bound, Black Powder?
Because I don't trust him.
Well,
He
we
just
can
helped
always
us.
You don't trust me? You don't trust me?
Boy, learn when to shut your yap before you make me angry.
He says, go, yeah, you can be angry. You can be angry. I don't care.
Really?
No. You know why? Because no matter how angry you are, I can bet you I am 10 times angrier than that. Go be angry at me. Your rage is not going to compare to mine. Ever. So you don't speak to me like that. You killed my father.
I did. So you think I'll have a problem killing a little boy? I've done it before.
No.
Don't lay a finger on him.
He says, go ahead. Come on. Come at me. Go right ahead.
I'll step in between them, and if possible, can I use my psychology to diffuse the situation a little bit?
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of penalties, but sure. Probably at least you're gonna have at least a -4, I think.
Lonic is going to stand next to Sam just because he realizes he's in Frankie's body, and if someone needs to be held back, that's probably a good place for Frankie's body to be.
He's a kid, Black Powder. Don't touch him.
Star will put his hand on Black Powder and say, not like this. There is another way.
I got nothing to lose. You kill me, I join my dad. You don't kill me, whatever. I got nothing to lose.
Really?
So...
You got nothing to lose. Not that lass you wanted to marry? Or your mom who you left behind to come on this adventure? You know how this road is to women, Jim. You'd leave them alone without a man to look after them here?
Yeah, well, that won't be my fault. That'll be yours. My death is not on me. It's on you. Just like all the other deaths that you had. It's on you. So don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for you. And what'll happen to you in the next life.
Well,
don't worry about me. You never did. You never cared. So don't even try to guilt trip about and bring up my mother at all. Your fast talking, everything that you say to sway everyone, doesn't affect me anymore. Because I don't care about you anymore.
That's not true. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be so angry.
Yeah, sure, I care. I care enough. Just enough.
You want to come along?
Yeah, I want to come along. I want to see this through. I think I've earned it up to this point.
Alright. You've been a hard worker. Pirate or not, I do recognize potential. Even in those I don't particularly like. Alright. You'll come.
Lonic just kind of nods his head absent-mindedly to that.
You know what? No, I won't even bind your hands. But you will be watched. And while some newer friends of mine do have hesitations of violence, the old crew don't. So just bear that in mind. And I wouldn't even need to give an order for them to act.
Jim just stares at you and he doesn't respond, which means he doesn't disagree, so you can take that as an agreement. But you're looking at this man's eyes and this young man's eyes. He doesn't seem to fear death at all. So he's cool whatever it is you and your crew wants to do with him.
That settles it then. Grab the skiffs, we're going back to the island.
So the group is back together again, and they're going to make their way back to the island, back to the shore, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
The basic plan is to get to that spot before nightfall and make camp. So we have all of tomorrow to do it. And if there's any roleplay or anything that happens between then, though, Black Powder is going to be pretty silent.
I want to try to talk with Star's head and Frankie's head and Lonic's head kind of separately. If I can get them off alone a little bit.
Sure, I'm assuming you can.
Well, Lonik actively wants to speak with Sam and Tori, so that should be very easy for him.
Oh, should I come along for this, Sam?
Yeah, you're welcome to, definitely. Yeah.
I'm also keeping an eye on Black Powder just to make sure he doesn't try anything on Jim.
No, Black Powder completely ignores Jim pretty much for this.
Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye.
So, Lonik, first off, you beefed up real good.
I feel very scrawny now.
So, Tori and I have been talking, and we think that it's very important for Black Powder to retrieve the treasure and get the treasure. And then, I know you haven't been with us as much, but we've seen a lot of change in everybody. And we're hoping there's some change in Black Powder, and that for one reason or another, he's going to give the treasure to Jim. And we've kind of told some of the prisoners that we're going to make sure that Black Powder has a fate that suits Black Powder. I don't know how it's going to end up. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's what Tori and I have been discussing while you guys were losing your heads.
It's very convenient.
Yeah, not convenient at all, I'll bet. When did it happen? How did it happen?
It didn't happen when we fell asleep.
Oh, great, and here we are sleeping on the island. Well, let's hope that maybe if you go to sleep, you switch back.
Does that mean we'll switch too? Oh no.
I can't deal with this. I just want to be able to lie again.
Well, maybe we can find a way to help that part out. I'm not good at magic and curses and stuff, but I'll see what we can do.
Lonik is going to attempt to hug Sam, and it's not about the curse, it's genuine.
Yeah, I'll just hug you right back. I know it has been crazy since you showed up in the library, but I got a feeling you're here for a reason, and you came to us so that we can help you with something too. So we'll get through all of this and hopefully be able to repay some of this craziness in some way to you.
Lonik shakes his head. My world, there are problems. He kind of shrugs his shoulders. If I ask a statement that's a pure question, then can that be a truth or a lie?
Yeah, I mean, it's neutral, so yeah, you can ask a question.
You're not a smart guy. Do you think they're still alive?
Yes.
So you guys would have become accustomed, even in this short time, to knowing that Lonik doesn't really show small emotions. He never really has. But there is a little tear that just kind of rolls down his cheek.
Yeah, I think they're just fine. I think we made the right call, and yeah, we'll be back to the library before you know it. I got a feeling.
Tori's also avoiding eye contact with Frankie Star and Lonik.
Lonik is going to approach Tori.
What?
I can apologize enough for leaving you on the ship.
It wasn't about leaving me on the ship. I knew what black powder was going to do. He told me. I knew what was going to happen. But you guys didn't say anything about how you felt about this. I was very blindsided by all of you.
It's been easy to feel since this began.
I just can't shut off how I feel about this.
Alonic shakes his head. Easy to explain. I'm used to freedom. When I don't feel and I don't think, I'm in control.
Okay.
It's so hard doing this in reverse.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
But you're fantastic. You're doing great.
You're doing great. Look, I get it's probably different in your world and death happens so frequently, and I'm the goth kid, emo kid. I like death things, but when it happened right in front of me, nothing prepares you for that. And I thought I knew what your guys' values and morals were, but I guess I don't. And maybe that's on me for not talking to you guys about this, but this is never going to be okay. What happened? But I know we need to move forward somehow, right? I don't know how.
Lonic just kind of nods, and for the first time since you've met him, he has nothing more to say.
Yeah, she'll just still not really paying attention to the group. She knows she needs to move forward, but she's just been pretty down since being in Black Powder's world. So she'll keep an eye on Black Powder some more and kind of retreat from the group a little.
I mean, Sam just wants to make sure Star and Frankie are in on the plan with Tori. So if you want to RP it, great, but otherwise it's just filling you in on the plan of let Black Powder find the treasure, and then the goal is to convince him to give it over to Jim and try to get back to Taylor.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that, because that was Star's plan the entire time. So Star is gonna first say, "Look, Nancy Drew, I am so sorry we didn't tell you what was going on. I was not expecting my head to be on He-Man's body, but it's a thing. Second of all, I know Casper is upset, and I will talk with her later, but right now, we need to ensure that Black Powder doesn't kill Jiminy Cricket over there. Okay? And I was going to offer that as an option to Samsung to make sure that, nothing else happened. Because when the pirate killed the other pirate, I just wanted to make sure no one else died, because honestly, and he's going to grip Sam's arms kind of tight, and he's going to say, we can't let another one die. No more death.
As much as I'd love to say I agree with you 100%, I do think it's avoidable. But if worst comes to worst, and we can't stop Black Powder, then I can't say that there will be no more. I won't let him kill Jim.
No, we won't let that happen. But if I had my body back, I just would have knocked him out. That was the goal, but this. So look, this is my plan. If it looks like we can't stop him, he's small. so we could hold him tight, but the only problem is the magic. It seems to be more effective here. So, and he'll immediately look at Frankie and say, Beyonce, you can hold him. You can hold him in place. You can keep him from moving.
You're saying we have to fight Black Powder?
Not fight.
Keep him from killing anyone.
Yes. Subdue. As long as we subdue, no one has to die. Jiminy Cricket gets the money, and we take Samsung back to my world where he'll be with Nancy.
But we're saying that we're losing hope on Black Powder. Like, we can talk to Black Powder and maybe convince him not to kill Jimmy?
I think we can. I think that's play one. I think once Black Powder gets the treasure, that fulfills a goal, a long time goal. Let's have Black Powder get that win, and then talk to him about now it's time to do the right thing, to make up for any bad thing. And maybe that's the ticket back to Taylor.
You think we can convince him?
I think we need to.
We have to do it.
Because we certainly can't force him to do it.
Well,
Maybe we're not here to particularly help Black Powder the same way we were here to help Star and help Frankie and try to help Tori. Maybe we're here to help Black Powder in a completely different way. Maybe that's what we're doing here.
if it has to be against his will. I have possessed objects before. I haven't tried this, but maybe I can try possessing him if he refuses to cooperate.
We get to plan B only if plan A fails.
Yes.
And I think the two that should talk to him are you, Casper, and Beyonce. Because you two seem to have a bigger connection with Samsung than either of us. And he'll point at like Sam himself and Lonick.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it's 100%. You connected with Black Powder really well. Frankie's connected with Black Powder really well. Better than any of us. I think as horrible as that task goes, we'll be your support. You'll be the front voices. And I think it's worth putting 100% effort into it.
No.
Okay.
One last issue. Jiminy Cricket's very mad at Samsung, but Samsung has my body, and we need to keep Jiminy Cricket from crushing me. So we need to also keep a close eye on Jiminy.
Don't you think he would be mad at the head and the body? How does that?
Yeah, I don't want to risk it.
Fair enough.
I mean, Lonnick's just basically standing there. But it looks like he has a thought, but just not the will to contextualize it.
Before we turn in, I'll just give you the bump on the blue shoulder.
As you all break, anybody who wants to notice will notice that somebody is playing the harmonica again. On the beach. Jin is playing it right now, and it's a very slightly somber but slightly soothing tune on the harmonica.
Lonnick's not going to approach, but he is going to get close enough that he can hear it because it's a pleasant sound.
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasant sound. I think that he will notice that Lonik is there. He'll continue playing, but he kind of gives you this look of slight annoyance, because if you remember the last time you spoke to him, it did not go over very well. So you're not really his favorite person either. So
Lonik
he
gets
doesn't.
that.
So he doesn't move from this spot.
I mean, I'll go and just, make sure he knows that I'm there and I've got his back. And me and the other ghosts and spirits will help him along the way.
He'll put down this harmonica after you say that. And then he says, "My father gave this to me. It was for when I turned 5 years old. He owned it. He said that it was one of the things he did to woo my mom, get her attention. He would play to me sometimes to help me sleep. When I thought that there were monsters under my bed, it would make me feel better."
Having it is a good thing. I know any dad would be proud that their kid actually treasured something they gave them, whether it was a gift or advice, even just goodwill. In a lot of ways, I think with you carrying on, it's something that puts your dad at ease.
I hope so.
I know so. Any father would happily want their kid to bury them than to bury their kid.
He told me that there were no monsters under the bed. He said, monsters, the real monsters, are out in the open for everyone to see. It's just, you don't necessarily know they're monsters until it's too late. He told me that you shouldn't trust anyone, that anyone can hurt you at any time, at any point, and you had to be careful who you trusted. I should have listened to him more.
I think your dad and I would have gotten along just swimmingly. But regardless, sometimes those lessons that are the hardest and most painful to learn sometimes are the most challenging ones to overcome, and can be like an anchor weighing you down. Those are the ones you have to learn from but move on from. I get a feeling that you're going to be able to move on really well.
Is your dad still alive, Mr. Sam?
Oh no, not for a long time. There's sometimes good comfort in knowing that if I do good, it's going to make him proud, though. So,
What happened to him?
well, it was a war, a big war, and went and never came home.
So he died in the war?
Yeah.
If you could talk to the person who killed your dad, what would you say to them?
I would say to him, knowing now what I know, I would say that because of you, I got stronger.
I like that. Thank you, Mr. Sam. I feel a lot better.
So just stick close to me, kid, and we'll get things sorted out.
Thank you, Mr. Sam, for talking to me. And if nobody else does anything, he's going to keep playing his harmonica.
Star will just sing as he's playing the harmonica. Star will just start to harmonize with them.
He actually finds that to be really cool, and he starts continuing to play the harmonica with you singing. And I think he actually will say, "Where did you learn to sing so well?"
Where I come from, it's literally magic.
My mom could sing really well too. I thought she was magical when she sang.
If that's what you believe, then she was. Or is, sorry.
I'd love to hear her sing again. But she's gotten so sick that she said it hurts sometimes.
Star will look really determined at him and say, when this is over and I'm back in my own form, I'll make your mother better again. I have more gifts than just singing. Maybe I might be able to help.
Do you promise?
I give you my word.
Do you swear on your mother's grave that you'll help my mom, no matter what happens?
Yes.
Even if anything happens to me?
Nothing will. Not while we're here.
He'll just nod silently and he'll continue playing the harmonic again.
Singing right along.